A black lady withdrew all her savings from the bank and decided to be a wealthy woman in a small city. However, it was the lady's first time taking a plane, and she was deliberately squeezed by the white person sitting in front of her. At first, the lady didn't want to bother about it, but unexpectedly, the other person falsely accused her to the flight attendant. The flight attendant beside them didn't even figure out the truth of the matter and persuaded the lady to make some space. Upon hearing this, the lady immediately became unhappy. She bluntly pointed out that the airline designed the seats so cramped on purpose to make more money. The surrounding passengers all nodded in agreement, but the flight purser was the only one who couldn't stand people like the lady. Poor people who took the cheap economy class and still found faults. The flight purser mocked the lady, saying that if she didn't have money, she shouldn't be so picky, and if she had the ability, she should go to the business class of the plane. The lady asked the flight purser about the price of the business class and decided to transfer. Indeed, it was really different after spending more money. Not only was she well fed and taken care of with delicious food and drinks, but even the attitude of the flight attendants changed for the better. But what no one expected was that this extravagantly indulgent trip would completely change the lady's life. After having a good meal, the lady walked out of the airport and found a long line of people waiting for taxis. Just then, a poster on the wall caught her attention, so the lady didn't hesitate to board a business jet. This unprecedented experience made her, who came from the bottom of society, extremely excited. The scenery of white snow before her eyes was also fully taken in by the lady. In just half an hour, she arrived at the rooftop of the reserved 5-star hotel. Although there were many wealthy people staying in the hotel, the lady's such high-profile behavior still aroused people's speculation about her identity. As soon as the lady walked into the lobby, she was instantly stunned. There were oil tycoons rich enough to rival the country, and many elite nobles. What's more coincidental was that she also saw the chairman of her own company leisurely vacationing with his young secretary, because the lady arrived earlier by plane. The room she originally reserved hadn't been cleaned yet. The hotel staff told her that currently only the presidential suite was available, but it cost $4,000 a night. The lady readily agreed. Since the lady enjoyed the first-class service of the hotel, she also learned to tip like the rich people, but she had no idea how much was appropriate, so she directly gave the staff a stack of money in her hand. The staff was dumbfounded at that moment, not knowing the lady's background. In the end, the staff only dared to take one bill, but the lady didn't care about the staff's behavior. Then she came to the window. Looking at the beautiful scenery outside, the lady recalled those hard days in the past. The lady used to be a salesperson in a department store. She worked as hard as she could, and her performance had always ranked first among all the employees for years. But after more than a decade, her salary hadn't increased, and the boss always found various reasons to make things difficult for her. The lady knew clearly that this was a typical case of workplace PUA, but as a lowly employee, the lady could only bear all this silently, and such a working environment made the lady's life really miserable. When going to the supermarket, the lady always went at the time when goods were on sale. She even had the thought of getting things for free in her mind. The car left to the lady by her parents was parked at the door, but she didn't even want to spend money on gasoline, so she just let the car stay there all the time.